Great, set. Crowd left Yeti. No touch. No touch, set. No touch. No touch, set. No touch. Great, set. No touch. No touch, set. 63. No touch. Great, set. Crowd left Yeti. No touch. No touch. Great, set. No touch. Great, set. No touch. Great, set. No touch. No touch. No touch, set. No touch.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Only one team will keep the winning waves going to start the season as we're off in week 2. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Second and 6 coming up here.
19 tight. 19 70. Go.
From the 37. He's on the move. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Past the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. Devon Achane with the touchdown. And on their opening drive, we see what may be their most exciting highlights of this entire contest. I'm hoping that's not the case, but it might be quite the touchdown run right there.
Yeah, I'll raise my hand and co-sign that one with you. We know how hard explosive pass plays are. Run plays are even more difficult. So a run of that length on the opening drive, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to say it'll be their last.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's out of bounds past midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Out comes the field goal unit. The Eagles trying for 3. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish up their opening drive. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
A play fake now hurts to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
On third down, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A-Chain again. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos.
Staying on the ground here with A-Chain. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, an entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pass play coming here. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Before that play clock can expire, Mike McCarthy finds an official and calls timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the game stays at 11.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Blitz coming here, Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's a 2-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Trying the right side. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Going to the ground again on first. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
2nd and 3 now. It's a design boot. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Gore has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Set.
They motion Tucker over left. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles make it a 1-score. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 1-score game in the first half. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He'll take this at the 10. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Airing it out to start this drive. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
1st down throwing for Hurts. This one's caught. And this one does not go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd down now, 7 to go. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. And it cost them 5 yards. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Hurts now from the gun. This throw is cut. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Eagles with the football. Third and 4 coming up now.
Set.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's only 2 on the pickup, and they remain 2 yards shy as it brings up 4. Out comes the field goal unit. The Eagles trying for 3. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's complete to Sam Laporta. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the red zone now. And in for the Dallas touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys grow their lead to 8. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Short pass caught by his tight end. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pump and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Into the hands of Tucker. Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Good. Hey, 73.
Throwing here, Hurts. Called in left side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play. Man, it's going to be a field goal try. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And they continue to trail by 8. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Samuel now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Like a Hornet. Hey! Great. Set.
Here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's second down. Now Hurts. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On third down, it's Hurts. This finds Franklin. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Hurts to throw. He's got it. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
They give it to the back on the zone read. And in a tight game, they turn to the run, and it rewards them with two. We're all tied up. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. The coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Achane. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Throwing now from the gun. Finds Laporta. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 44 here on second down. He finds Laporta. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
18 run.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. That's caught, Devon Achane. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Here we go. Set.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on first and goal. A tight end in motion now. Achane does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal.
Set.
Back now, pressure on its way. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10.
Great. Set.
Back to throw, Hurts. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Hurts looking to throw. Able to get it to Franklin. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Great.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Throwing out to the left, cut. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're set up at the 35 now. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts setting up to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Hurts throwing again. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Dumped off to his running back. Running in the red zone. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It'll be a gain of only 1 on 2nd, so that brings up 3rd and goal from the 2. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles now trail by just a point in the 4th. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. They broke out the design, run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. It is caught at the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set. Going silver, ready?
Motioning him from the slot right. First down throwing for Hurts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And he gets his own fumble, so the comeback hopes are still alive, but that clock keeps running.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2. And he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That one's complete, right side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 46. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Great, set. Hey, 73, 73. Get it.
Back to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey.
They'll run here from the gun. And he'll go down here at the 16. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got first and 10.
Hey, Silver. Alpha.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Eagles losing by 7. All set up now for first and 10.
Set.
Another carry for him. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple, or they could finally drag him down.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They give it to him again. And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 on the play, partner. That pushes them a whole lot closer. Third and goal from the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
So now, here's third and goal. Gore. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on fourth and goal from the 1.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. And he's tackled for a short gain. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And they're stacking momentum.